G'day. Paying $1,200 for a phone is crazy until you realise. The iPhone 13 has been released. The base price is coming in at about $1,200. And as happens every time a new iPhone gets released, I find myself saying that is a ridiculous amount of money to spend on a phone. But then of course I stop and think about it and realise that it's not just a phone. And I'm not talking about it being a mini supercomputer in your pocket, which it kind of is. I'm talking about it being the personal assistant in my life. Because I think, like many of us, it is the thing that we take with us probably more than any other device or any other piece of equipment in our life. It is with us pretty much all the time. It's with us when we go to work, it's with us in the car, it's with us when we go for a walk in the park with the dog, it's with us when we're sitting at home on the sofa watching Netflix. It is something that is with us all the time, and it's something that we're using all the time. We've got all of our passwords in there, we've got all of our access to our banking and other apps that we use. It's something that we use to access the social media world that we spend so much time in. And so when you think about all of that in context, the price point does seem pretty reasonable. I looked at the usage on my phone and it says my average daily usage is 1 hour 45 minutes, which I'm sure for a lot of you is probably pretty low. And so when I extrapolate that out over the course of a year, all of a sudden $1,200 to have the latest, greatest technology in my hand is actually pretty reasonably priced. It ends up costing me less than $2 per hour for every hour that I use it if I just use it for 1 year. Now, if you were using the phone a lot more, which a lot of you do, or if you were going to keep your phone for 2 years, all of a sudden it basically costs you nothing in terms of value and time to have that phone in your pocket. Now, I'm not trying to suggest you go out and spend $1,200 on a phone, but I guess what I'm suggesting is that at some point in our life, we realize the things that are important to us, the things that make our life easier, if we can afford it, they're probably worth paying for it. And I'm not talking about the time that I save by airdrop and sharing files across various tools and the synchronization once you get in the whole Apple ecosystem. There is serious value in that. The amount of time that I spend on it and the amount of time that I save by having that device as opposed to others, in a way, it kind of pays for itself. I'm not trying to rationalize it, just so that you know, I'm still using for this video my iPhone 10, but my wife just got the 13 and it looks pretty sexy. Alrighty, that is it for today. I do thank you for your time and I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.